I did a documentary today with this guy, Louis Theroux. That took like a majority of the day. Because I don't know who he is, but apparently he's a respected documentarian. Do you guys know who this is?
Who is Louis Theroux? He's basically the biggest documentarian of all time, arguably. And he's decided to investigate the manosphere online. Yeah, this should be interesting.
I don't know what Louis' move is, but everyone's telling me he goes out of his way to try to fuck people. So I didn't really know that.
I don't think he tries to fuck people. I think he gives people a platform, and sometimes people have said some really dumb shit before and made themselves look bad. But it's not necessarily what he's trying to get out of them.
Man, you know this bread cuck is going to make a hit piece, right? He's so woke, his wife makes him pee sitting down.
There was a funny moment where he's like, what do you think Snego's message is?
Do I sound like that? A little bit.
I just love Louis, by the way. I've had him on my podcast. One of my favorite interviews. And just a really nice, genuine guy. And what's interesting about his documentary making is that early on, he was this unassuming guy. He would interview all sorts of crazy people, like the biggest racists, pedos, all sorts of crazy people. And no one knew who he was. So he was able to get more out of them because they just thought that he was just this mild-mannered, nice guy. And now he's got this reputation of setting people up. It's not that he sets people up. It's just that he was just so easy to talk to.
But after months of effort, I'd managed to find a way inside the new world of men who were redefining.
I love that Louis is copying them doing the cigar. What is it about the cigar? Because yeah, cigars look kind of cool and that, but always? Why is it always the thing? Marbella, Spain. All right, we've got to pause it there because before we get into this, I have to give a massive shout out to my sponsor, Surfshark. If you love what we're doing on the channel, you got to get Surfshark, support them because they support us, and genuinely, it's a fantastic app. Let me tell you about the most important app of this generation, because if you haven't got it yet, you absolutely need it. This is non-negotiable, lads, because for generations, men like me and you, we were able to view the female form online without persecution, without being made to feel like some sort of degenerate, being forced to scan our faces and enter our details as if we're doing something wrong. But in the UK, that is the new reality. That's the new normal. Well, not under my roof, it's not. And that is thanks to Surfshark. You see, I put my faith in Surfshark because it's a life-changing experience, this. And the best bit about it is its simplicity. You click on Surfshark on your phone, on your computer, on your app, whatever. Click I'm in America, 2 clicks, and boom. All of this nonsense that we're living with is removed, and I can be free to enjoy myself again without having to go through this nonsense. I'm a grown man, for God's sakes. And I can also enjoy football and boxing and fighting and other things that I can now have a little watch of. So if you want to cut through the red tape and enjoy your life to the fullest, download Surfshark immediately, right now. And when you do, please use my code. That would be great. Thanks. Just click the link in the description below, go to surfshark.com/Geordie, and you'll get 4 months extra of Surfshark added onto your deal for free. I've given you a lot of content over the years, lads, but just consider this is brotherhood stuff. Do you know what I mean? We got to look after each other in these times. And it's less than the price of a coffee a month, lads. So get it done. It's an easy win and you'll enjoy it. Big love to the greatness of Surfshark. But for now, enjoy the video.
Harrison streams under the name HS Tiki Toki.
Right, where's the mopper?
Just 23, he is famous for his offensive content.
My name is Dora.
Dora, okay. My name's Sung Min.
I've seen a couple of clips of this guy, and he does make me laugh sometimes. I don't fucking agree with everything he says, obviously, because he's probably fucking crazy, but he can be funny. I'm going to say that, and then I'm just going to really want to walk that back in about 5 minutes.
Since fleeing a car crash, he'd been on the run, but remained massively popular with his millions of followers, posting a constant stream of content, much of it featuring female influencers.
From memory, I think he fucks women on camera and shows the lads or some stuff like that. I mean, it's pretty fucking crazy.
I coach boys how to be fucking boys, how to make money, how to be outside the system, how to not have a boss telling you what to do. I teach guys to be proper guys, not these little soy boys, gimps that walk around in the modern day.
Would you see me that way?
I'm not sure. I'd have to see what your skills are.
Did you look at my arms?
Well, I just sort of checked your stature out.
Did you?
Yeah.
Go on.
The stature's not saying too much.
Obviously, HS has a way of grading men. Louis Theroux is a legendary documentary filmmaker. Like, let's be real here. He's going to be worth a lot of money. It's what's funny about it is he's worth all this money, and yet when I had him on my podcast, he just rode into town on his bike. Just so chill, low-key, and I love that about him.
But I normally train a little bit earlier in the day. I like to start my day off working out, doing hard things. Who are you talking to? What, do I not talk to them? Talk to him? Talk to you.
We're not on social media now. This is a real
okay, this is TV. This is the level up from that. Sorry, I forgot, mate.
That's what social media has done to young lads. Like, they have no concept of acting like a camera isn't there. Who are you talking to? Oh, do we not? No, this is an actual documentary. All right. I love that. That was a class moment.
Do you manage OnlyFans girls?
I don't personally manage them, but I bought an agency that does. Do I agree with it? No. Would I profit off it? Yeah. I'm a businessman, man. I'm not doing it for fucking fun. Not what my daughter will be involved with. I'd disown my daughter, though.
Would you?
Right, if she done something like that.
Come on, that's easy to say.
Same way if my son come out gay.
What, seriously? Being gay nowadays is considered quite normal.
Not my son.
It's interesting that you would like group like being an OnlyFans girl with being gay. OnlyFans girl is a choice, right? Like, I want to put my naked body out there. I get why your dad would be like, yeah, don't really approve of that. Being gay is not really a choice, is it? You're either gay or you're not. I'm not naive enough to think that, you know, men would want their kids to be gay, because I know how men work, right? The men want a little them, especially when you're, you know, the alpha male type, which these guys are all going to be portraying themselves as. They're not going to want a gay son. But to say that you would disown your kid for being gay, fuck me. I hope that's not true. Do you know what I mean? I hope that's bravado for the cameras, because I think, truthfully, and I could be wrong, I don't know this, but if he did have a gay kid, I bet you he'd surprise himself. Because when you love someone to that level, that doesn't matter. And if it does, that's sad.
My mum's different. Like, my mum would be disappointed that I said that.
Really?
Yeah. She hates racism. She hates, like, homophobia. Sexism. She hates sexism. She hates all that shit. So if I was like, about the women cleaning and that, like, I wouldn't say that around my mum to get a slap.
His mum has raised him to say that all of these things are wrong, and yet he's saying it anyway. He doesn't give a fuck. She hasn't taught him to say that. This is just who he is, and it's that nature versus nurture question of who are we? And I do believe that in some men, if you have an alpha male persona, for example, it doesn't really matter what your mother says. You're going to just overpower that with your own opinions, and you're not going to listen. And I believe that is part of the reason, and I don't know if they're going to go into this in the documentary, why the destruction of the family and the lack of dads has caused a lot of this.
Got a video of me getting sucked off in the toilet for the club here, if you want to see that, mate.
No, you didn't.
Bet you'd like to see that.
Silly.
Genuinely, I used to go out on the piss with a lad who was so like him when I was, he's a coke dealer, and he was just fucking crazy. Every time this kid talks, it reminds me of this guy so much. Thank God YouTube didn't exist back then.
I looked into his investment group. The broker firms he promoted received terrible reviews.
Don't ever say that I'm a scammer. Don't
HS takes a cut of whatever you put in, even if you lose money.
And I show you.
I opened an account and put in £500.
I just love Louis for that. I just love the fact that he's like, yeah, let me put some money and see what the fuck happens, because it gives you a genuine response of like, what are these accounts? Are they going to work? Are they not going to work?
Gentlemen, what are you guys doing?
How are you doing?
Good to see you.
Louis.
Justin Waller. Very nice to meet you.
This is the Andrew Tate friend.
Nice. Very nice.
Let me be very clear about it. That car is not success. I do want to say that. Mm-hmm. That car, fuck that car. Mm-hmm. I might be an asshole in some areas, or people might not agree with some views I have, but I'm not so foolish to believe that's success.
Well, so let's not make too big a thing of it.
But just on the record.
You see that car? Yeah, that's not success. That's nothing. Fuck that car. Shouldn't make a big deal of it then. Why are you making a big deal of it if that's the case?
Wow, this is a nice spot.
Beautiful at dusk.
I bet.
Yeah, beautiful at dusk.
This guy is automatically making me fucking howl. When someone comes into a room and they've got a nice view, to be like, beautiful at dusk. We heard you the first time, but also, most people would say sunrise, sunset. The fact that he's got to be very clear about it's dusk.
This is my small place. This is kind of where I go to get away and do all my work.
I know it looks big. This is the small place. The other place is way bigger.
How many kids have you got?
I've got some. Yeah.
You know how many you've got?
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I think so.
What's the number?
It's 2. I have 2.
How am I on the internet with these people? Like, oh God. You got any kids? Some. You know what I mean? How many? 2. Yeah, just 2. This guy is automatically the funniest. Oh God, great. This is great. I'm going to have another whiskey. Are you feeling like a whiskey? Oh my God, honestly. I really need a sponsor of a whiskey brand because damn, I love this shit. It's really so handy for when I'm recording because it just sets the mood off. If you want to sponsor me and you want your whiskey to just be on the True Geordie YouTube channel, like so. Man, I'm a hell of a whiskey drinker. Tell me about it. Do I love a whiskey? I like some. That's what I'm sure. Oh, I like some. Just a glass. That's fine. Just one. Don't need to go crazy.
Got 2 little girls.
Are you with their mum?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Are you married?
No. I'm gonna get a lot of smoke for this. I always do. Everybody gets mad at me when they ask me about my relationship.
Are you saying you're not in a monogamous relationship?
One-sided monogamy, yeah. Mm-hmm. Women don't want to sleep with other men when they love a man.
One-sided monogamy means what?
It means like, see, here we go. Here we go. Setting me up. The mother of my children, the woman that I'm with, she doesn't talk to other men. So, stings, huh?
Here we go. Set me up. This guy, honestly, trying to make me look bad just because I won't let my wife sleep with other men while I'm sleeping with other women. Does that sting, does it?
You seem upset by it. You seem upset by it. People get so upset with me about this.
That's interesting that you thought that I was upset. I just thought it was a resonant moment.
I noticed that people get very angry with me about this subject.
Do I seem angry?
No.
Louis Theroux has interviewed some of the most horrific murderers, pedophiles, I mean, like the worst people in society. He's interviewed everyone. He is not going to be shell-shocked by the fact that you like to fuck other women and then go back to your wife. That is probably the tamest thing Louis Theroux's ever heard in his life.
You seem to be digging. So.
We got to get into some real stuff though, right?
I love him. I love him. The fact that Louis is like, yeah, we get the you fuck other women, but can we get into some real stuff? Because that's okay.
I don't believe that every man should go out and have a bunch of women or have his wife have threesomes with his girlfriends. Now,
is that something you do as well?
Yeah, of course. I'm hiding nothing.
He's literally been in the flat with this guy 2 minutes and he's telling him, we have threesomes, me and my missus, with other women. And then he's like, I don't promote it. Louis probably breathed oxygen in there for 60 seconds and you've already fucking told him. So it's giving I promote it.
You've made the right decision. The Real World is the #1 school in the world.
Justin also has a Telegram group where he sells subscriptions to a so-called online university, The Real World.
I did a video on this once and I literally had a review of a guy who'd actually been paying this subscription for The Real World where he was like, they're a bunch of fucking losers. It's a load of shit. And you don't make a load of money. It's a load of shit. Which we already knew that, but just to have a guy who actually seemed like a reasonable guy, like a normal guy, come out and say that, it just confirmed everything. I hope Louis done his research on that because if so, he will have a fucking field day.
You're going to learn how to make money. You have 18 professors in there that are absolutely multi-millionaires.
Professors. That's one way to put it.
There's a 14-year-old kid that made $3,000 the other day. I cannot believe this 13-year-old is making more money than his parents.
What he's basically saying is we take money off teenagers, it's fine. However old you are, just pay.
I saw Andrew on YouTube. I remember laughing so hard and punching my steering wheel and there's a little dent in the Ford logo because he was saying things that I've been saying to people for a long time.
Just a question for the chat, really. Let me know in the comments below. Have you ever laughed so hard that you've punched your steering wheel to a point where it's put a dent in the car logo? Is that normal?
I was on my way to an appointment with one of its most notorious figures, Amru Foodle.
You guys are born with your...
Oh, that's his real name? Fucking hell. Amru Foodle. I can see why I changed it to Myron. Yeah. Even Myron's not a great replacement, but you know, we'll go with it.
Like Justin, he boasts about his one-way monogamous relationship with his girlfriend.
I do what the fuck I want to do. She's loyal to me. It's monogamous on her end, open on my end.
I think she left. Yeah. Good for her.
I'm the dictator. You are the subordinate. And I dictate when I want to put dick in you, bitch. And then you dictate when the sandwiches come by my dictation. That's how this goes.
Oh, God, honestly, man, come on. It really amazes me that young lads buy this, you know. Because even in my dumbest, most hormone-fucked brain of my life, like when I was like 13 years old, I would have looked at that and gone, that guy's full of shit.
I know what's best for them.
You think you know better than they do?
Yes, in many ways, yeah. And that's how women want it. They want a guy that can lead them and dominate them.
There's a lot of half-truths in what these guys say. Like, for example, women want a leader. I found that to be 1,000% true. Dominate them. I mean, yeah, they want a man who's decisive, a man who knows what's best and is very clear. But, like, the way they frame it is like a warped, twisted version of that. And the problem is that young lads who have no relationship experience, who haven't been around women who... a certain caliber of women, right? No offense, but like the girls you see around these guys, and they see them getting away with it, and they're brainwashed. And that is the worry. And it's not that I have a problem with the red pill thing, because I understand that red pill is a direct response to the feminism movement and how men were portrayed. And I get why it's arrived. It's an equal and opposite reaction to what has been going on and the way men have been portrayed. I get that. But there's just not enough level-headed, chill guys in this scene to really bring things down a notch and be like, all right, lads, come on. You don't have to be an absolute dickhead to women. I fully believe that a lot of these guys aren't dickheads to women. I think that it's on camera that they pretend that that's how they are, and then off camera they're probably very different, because most women wouldn't stand for this shit.
Do you have like a rotation of other women?
I wouldn't say a rotation like right now. I do want to get multiple wives, but...
This guy touches his face so much. If you know anything about body language and about people who aren't telling the truth, it's going off.
Oh, hey, there's Angie right there.
Should we meet Angie?
Yeah, she's...
Angie, can we say hi?
Hi.
Yeah, we'll keep it short, though, for her.
Hi.
What? This poor girl, like, he's like, yeah, well, you can talk to Ange, but I don't want you to talk to her for very long. Why not? What are you afraid of?
What attracted you to Myron?
I say to my friends and like to people that always question our relationship that Myron is somebody in front of the cameras, but behind them is somebody else with me.
Bingo! She's literally rumbling him on the documentary saying all of this shit he says on camera, that's not how he is off camera. Immediately.
I love him very much, and I will love him as long as we're together.
Here, come here, baby.
Yeah.
5 stars. Five stars on Yelp.
Yeah, 5 stars on Yelp. Yeah.
Yeah.
The most awkward hug I've ever seen in my life. Come here. It's giving, I really didn't have a lot of love in my upbringing. I don't know what the fuck happened with Myron, and I'm not even trying to be a prick here, but like it screams it. Because this girl loves him. And she seems like a sweet girl. What more does a man need? Realistically, you don't need to be fucking all these other girls. She's a great lass. It's this emotional connection that he just seems incapable of having with her.
But no, I'm happy to have her by my side. She's been great, really helpful.
He's talking about her like she's not even in the fucking room. Like there's no eye contact. It's just weird, man.
We were talking about in the future that maybe there's a world where you would have more than one wife, right?
She understands that. She knows that could potentially come down in the future.
What do you say about that?
I don't know. I mean, he has said that in the past. I think I'll see when it happens. Like, I don't know how that will work.
This whole idea that she's completely on board with his bullshit is being exposed immediately. This documentary has been going 2 fucking minutes, and she's already said, not really, like. And yet he's preaching to all these young lads that you gotta have your missus fucking told. And the minute Louis Theroux just cuts through the shit, she's completely contradicting him.
Right now, it's not going to be anytime soon because I'm just so focused on working.
It isn't going to happen then, is it? You're just saying it to sound cool, but when your missus is stressing about it, you're immediately backing down going, well, it's not going to happen anytime soon, though. Why? Because you're soothing her. Because her displeasure is automatically making you want to calm the situation down. I thought you were dominant. I thought you were in charge, in control, bro. Because that's not what I'm saying here, boss. Looking like you're worried while he's holding the most feminine dog ever created. This really is a picture right now.
That's a bridge we'll cross when we get there. Like right now.
What does that mean? That's so avoidant.
It's something you never know, man. You can always change your mind down the road. Who knows? Maybe I'll say, I only just want to be with one girl.
Whoa! He's doing a 180 already. Louis Theroux asks one question of how you're being avoidant, and this guy folds immediately. Who are you? Henry Hill in Goodfellas? You're folding under questioning, son. I thought you were a real man. What the fuck is this shit? I thought it was make me a sandwich and you'll do as you're fucking told, and now you're holding this pooch with this pig fucking... What the fuck am I looking at here? It's giving fake alpha male.
You've backtracked on that already? Some people,
He's stressed. He is stressed.
the 1% male, that ultimate masculine, that he's
Frank, go her. Sorry.
He literally has just sent the missus away, being like, you just can't be here because my credibility is eroding under the pressure right now. Just leave.
If you could clean up the room too. I need some help, yeah, with that.
He's literally trying to like just save face, like, yeah, can you clean up the room as well? I've just exposed myself, so I need you to do something for me.
If you felt a little awkward.
No, not at all. No, Angie, like, she's with me on
I
the
don't think
stream.
she's as on board as you are.
On board with what specifically?
You know what? Like just the idea of other ladies.
No, we've had these discussions.
I saw a little bit of pain in her.
No,
Can I just say the whole touching of the face thing one more time?
I saw a little bit of pain in her.
no,
No, definitely.
no.
Yes,
No.
definitely.
No.
Yeah, you don't
she's
think
fine.
if I said to her, like, you would have Myron all to yourself, would you rather have that? You don't think she would say, yeah, 100%, of course.
She would say whatever makes him happy.
Is that what a relationship's about? Just one person being happy, though? I feel like I'm a real blokey bloke, right? And yet even I couldn't fucking listen to this shit and nod along, man. Come on. There ain't a woman in the world who wants to share a fella with another. Like, maybe there's the odd kinky girl. I get that, right? But this girl ain't that kind of girl. You can see it written all over her face. She actually seemed really nice, to be fair. Apparently she left him after this, or he left her. Whatever. I think he fucked up.
The time I do have, I spend with her if I'm with any woman.
Oh, look at her just cleaning up around them. She's a nice chick. You fucked up, mate. You fucked up.
People ask me why Miami, and I tell them because if it was 120 years ago, I'd be on a horse on the way to California to dig for gold. It's in me. I love it.
This guy is taking the crowd for the weirdest fucking guy by a mile. HS Tiki Toki is the most normal guy in here. Clear. This guy is mental. On a horse looking for gold. Just relax, son. He takes himself so seriously and it's so try hard. I mean, it's immediately cringe as fuck.
I believe that the world really took a swing in the wrong direction when it comes to it being acceptable for a man to have a masculine energy about him, to be strong. It got called toxic. And you mix that with feminism, and we've asked women to become men. You know, men invent, build, and maintain society.
There's some truth in what he's saying here. It was seen as a negative, toxic thing to have masculine energy. And there is a right to have a response to that. But unfortunately, it's like an equal and opposite reaction. Like the crazy feminists have now got these guys, or some of these guys even, to have as the like opposite of that. And masculine energy is actually, it's effortless. It's not, you know, oh, I'm so macho, hey, look at me. It's actually, you know, when you look at legit bad motherfuckers, right? Men who could kill anyone they fucking wanted, for example, right? Those guys, MMA fucking world champions, for example. Their energy is low key. It's chill. It's relaxed. It's not trying so hard because they don't have to prove anything to anyone. There's no insecurity. There's not a shred of insecurity there. They're not screaming, hey, look at me, aren't I an alpha male? They don't need to. And so much of this bravado and this boasting of this is how a man should act, it screams insecurity to me. Because knowing real men as I've been growing up, none of them went on like that because they didn't fucking need to. It was known in the surrounding environment around them of don't fuck with that guy.
My kids are going to be very, very happy, very fulfilled. They can do what they want.
You sound a bit like Bonnie Blue.
In what way?
You're saying it doesn't really matter what choices I make because I'm making money and my kids will enjoy a high standard of living. So
Not at
my
all.
choices are irrelevant.
What, me posting a picture with a few girls is the same as getting shagged by 1,000 guys.
It's rationalising.
Don't compare me to Bonnie.
It's rationalising. Are you getting triggered?
I actually really like this line of questioning that Louis is going down, and I'm not even saying he's right in what he's saying, but I like that he's challenging HS here to justify the decisions he makes and why are you making these decisions? I think this is good.
Why not try and be a good person?
In what respect? What do you mean?
Just uplift people. Don't pander to their worst impulses. Actually encourage them to make the right choices.
It's a good question. If I'd just done good things, I would never have really blown up on social media in the first place. If I was just thinking, right, I don't want to upset anyone, I don't want to do anything that's I wouldn't have been where I'm at now. And I'm not living for other people, I'm living for myself.
I'm not saying I agree with what he's doing, but I appreciate the realism of the answer. Why not be a good person? Because I'm not going to make money. At least he's being honest. Like, so many of these guys, especially Tate, they have such bullshit around the reasons why they like to put themselves across as some sort of savior. At least just say it how it is. Part of the problem is the internet. Like, if you want to go on the internet and become a good person, and just always say the right thing and be the nice person. And even I've jostled with this in my own mind of like, you know, I've criticised footballers and have I gone too far there? And over time, I've just tried to hope that the people I was being critical of, it was fair criticism, and that the things that I was saying were out of order and the way that people should be behaving were good advice to young lads. Maybe I haven't always come across as a good person, and that does fuck me up a little bit. That does make me think I wish I'd been the me I am now, you know, in my late 30s, as opposed to the me I was in my late 20s, early 30s, which was a different person. And maybe this guy, HS or whoever, any of these lads will fucking, you know, in time, they will evolve, they will change, they will walk back some of the things they're saying now. And I wouldn't blame them if they did. If you're a young lad online right now, it is paying you to be as controversial as humanly possible. And this is a reward system right now.
Growing concerns around the proliferation of misogyny online.
Teachers are sounding the alarm over a resurgence of male supremacy in schools.
There's a growing number of examples of manosphere culture affecting interactions between boys and girls.
Much has been said about the effect of streamers on their young fans.
Yeah, but why is this happening? It's supply and demand. We're talking about the guys who are supplying it, but we're not talking about why the demand was created in the first place. The reason why young men feel forgotten about, ignored, and looking for guidance. That is the real problem that isn't really being tackled by this so far.
It was striking how many were raised without dads.
Well, if your dad isn't there to show you what a real man is, then you're going to invent it. You're going to create what that is in your head. And you're going to pull from extreme examples, you know, in media, in online, to build this persona up in your head of this is what a man is.
I'm a little bit anxious to go see him, I can't lie. Like, it's a bit, I ain't seen him in so fucking long.
HS posted content online about it.
Very nice. Hello. You weren't there for years. You didn't reply for 10 years.
10 years without seeing your dad? Mate, that's a lot, especially in the formative years.
If there is any trauma there, what I will say is it's subconscious. It's not something that I'm aware of. Really? Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
This is a really good bit of the documentary to help us understand, like, some of these guys a bit better. I kind of wish Louis had gone in a bit deeper on this and a bit more, peeled the layers back. You know, he's saying if there's no trauma, if there's any trauma there, it's subconscious. Well, maybe it's not though. And look, maybe it is, but maybe it's not. And I would have liked to have been able to ask those questions myself of like, well, why though? Why is it subconscious? Why? What? You didn't feel anything? You never wished that your dad was there? You never wished he was there for your birthday, your Christmas? I've been through that, and I know what that feels like. And you do wish that they were there. So that's one thing that I feel like hasn't been really dug into as much as what I was hoping for.
We were very close to being put in a foster home. I mean, there was a lot of violence. My mom, that she would just come in sometimes and just start punching him. It was true rage. We're actually not far from where she burned those houses down.
Fucking hell. I've made jokes about this guy, but this clearly shit was bad.
What was her motive?
The insurance money so we could build a new one.
Really?
Yeah.
Did she admit to doing that?
No.
So she denies
I've never heard my mother say I'm sorry in my life. Ever. I've never heard my mother say she was wrong.
That's not good. That your mother's smacking people and then burning the house down and then not ever saying sorry to you as a kid. Like, no wonder his opinion of women is fucking scarred. As a man who idolizes his mother, and I worship my mother, like, your mother sets the tone for every single thing you're going to think about women. She sets the bar. And if that bar is in hell, you know, and it's been a fucking nightmare from being a young kid, of course, you're not going to rate women very highly. And some of these guys probably missed a few hugs.
Hi, I'm Louis.
So this is his wife.
My lane is changing diapers, cooking and cleaning, and his lane is working and providing.
I've got no problem with that, by the way. I'm old school as fuck. That's fine by me.
If I take a girl on a date, one of the questions if it doesn't happen on the first one, it will happen on the second one. So I heard you have a wife. Yeah, what about it? She's hot, and then boom, I'll show her a picture of Kristen immediately and go straight for the threesome. I don't give, like, I'm not about to placate to some girl.
Slightly aggressive.
It was so aggressive, like, because everything in him is like, being a man is being aggressive. You don't have to do that though. And that's what I'm talking about, that relaxed masculinity, like, men who grow up with real fucking role models. Like, I remember when I was young, this is side note, but let me just tell you the story. I went on holiday with my mother, and her partner, who'd been with her for many, many years, right, basically my stepdad. And there was a table full of kids, like Spanish teenage boys, and they threw a chip over towards my mother. I don't know what the fuck, I was a kid. But I just remember like, oh shit, like what the fuck is going to happen here? What is he going to do? Because I was really little. And my stepdad had this like Tony Soprano energy, big man, but also not like try hard about it. And he just went over to this table full of Spanish kids, and he looked at the kid who threw the chip, and he was stone faced, right? No anger, no raising of the voice, nothing. And he just put his hand out to shake the kid's hand and looked them dead in the eye. And the kid fucking shit himself. He fucking shit himself. I could see it. I was like 8 years old, whatever. I was like, you're pissing your pants right now. And the kid was like, you imagine Tony Soprano type shit. And he just said, and he walked away from the table. There was no bravado. There was no loud, noises. He didn't need to say anything. Do you know why? Because he was a real alpha motherfucking male. There was no energy needed. You know what I can do. I know what I can do. I don't need to be aggressive. And that is something that is completely lost on a lot of these boys who are trying to be men. They don't understand it. But when you're the biggest, baddest motherfucker in the room, you don't need to shout. You don't need to pretend like, oh, I'll do this, I'll do that. I just hope some of these young teenage lads find this video and understand that's not what being a man is. You don't have to be all that. And ironically, it's the ones who aren't fucking screaming their mouths off, they're the ones you gotta be worried about.
Why did you not get married in the eyes of the state? You think the financial side?
Yeah.
That seems more risky for you, maybe.
It does seem more risky for me, but I don't feel like I'm at risk.
But Lewis, let's say it ended right now. Let's say it ended tomorrow, me and you.
Oh.
I would still look at it as successful. It's some of the best years of my life. I have beautiful children, beautiful memories. Mm-hmm. I'll see comments sometimes, a bit like, yeah, he thinks money is everything, but he'll never understand what it's like to have true happiness in a family and have a woman truly love him for something more than his money. Bullshit, asshole. I have it all, truly have it all.
If she's your love of your life and you're her love of her life, why would you not want to get married unless you wanted to hold that power over her and not worry about the fact that if everything ends, she then gets some of your money. She's in a position of weakness and you're in a position of strength, which is not a 50-50 relationship where you've completely invested in each other wholeheartedly. You want to keep that power over her because you don't know for sure, do you? Because if you did know for sure, you would have bet on her and you wouldn't be fucking all these other women, mate. It's all well and good saying, I have everything, I've got the woman, but you're not willing to test that theory. And actually, all these lads saying what a real man is, well, you know what? Being married and having a commitment and actually having to keep your dick in your pants and focus on one woman, as much as it's fucking fun when you're young and do what you want to do, right? These young lads, HS, TikTok, you do what you want. But eventually, nothing will make you feel more like a real man when you have a missus, kids, that family unit, and that they are what you dedicate your whole fucking life to. And that is your whole focus, your whole reason, your whole purpose for being on this planet. Nothing will come close to that, especially not shagging random women. And believe me, I've tried this theory out and I know what I'm fucking talking about. And this is why young teenagers listening to this shit, they're not living in the real world, man. This is some fucked up idea of what a relationship is. This isn't a relationship.
Kristen, you were working, weren't you?
I was. I loved my job. But I don't miss like having to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and put on scrubs and go to a hospital and clock in.
Why do you let your man fuck all these other women? There's the real answer. It's not because she's okay with it or what. It's choices, right? It's sacrifice. What would I rather do? Do I want to go and fucking work for this guy and do all that shit? Or do I want to live in a lovely house, let this guy fuck who he wants and just tolerate it? That's why she tolerates it. Not because she's fine with it, but because she knows where her bread's buttered.
You see the one eye symbolism? This is satanic symbolism right here.
Do you think so?
Oh, it is. It's when you cover one eye. This is what the jaw looks like. The Antichrist is going to show up with one eye. So when you see celebrities...
Come on, stop it.
Look how many magazine covers have one eye symbolism. Every celebrity does it. They all do it.
You've only got two eyes. You can either do two, one or none.
Well, why is it every single magazine cover you see a celebrity doing this pose exactly, covering one eye?
I have to say, Sneeko was bang on about this whole one eye thing. Like, this is a thing that's been happening for decades.
The idea that there's a Satanist cabal who are somehow
There is, and they want to establish a one world government.
And who's in it?
Who's in the government right now? I mean, it doesn't really...
Who's in the Satanist cabal?
I mean, I don't know these people there. I think the Rothschilds started.
Is it Jewish in character?
No.
Because that does have some of the hallmarks of an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory. I also think that when you talk about the world being run by Satanists, you've just gone off the deep end.
There's multiple pushes in society to push it away from the healthy core values that we used to have back in the day. If you look at the family, which clearly this is living proof of, it's been wrecked. National pride, non-existent, gender roles, sexual morality, respect for authority, work ethic, harmony in the community. There's so many things that used to just be like really essential to our way of life that have been, in my opinion at least, there's been a coordinated attack on them. Why is that happening? Who is behind it? He's saying it's devil worship. Whatever. Something is fucking going on. Because if you look at society in the last 100 years, the change is so dramatic. And it's kind of hard not to sound like a nutjob conspiracy theorist in saying that, but like all you have to do is look at the way things were to the way things are. It's insane what's happened. And ironically, this manosphere thing is part of living proof of it happening.
Do you believe in doing the right thing for its own sake? Like, obviously you've got a couple of criminal cases, right?
Oh, look, this is the twat shit that you start saying, bro. Honestly, this is the stuff that pisses me off. Why do you need to go there?
He's not going to talk about any
Why do you need to go
any
there?
issues or not.
I'm just talking about what's been reported. You don't have to say anything you don't want to.
Such a little twat, mate.
Done it just to get a reaction, so please don't.
If you're making a documentary on someone and they've got criminal cases against them, I think that Louis Theroux is well within his rights to bring them up as a talking point. I think it's an interesting thing. I think it's something the audience would want to know. I understand it's a sore point for HS because he's going through it. But Louis was within his rights to bring that up, in my opinion.
If you don't agree with what Harrison's doing, then why are you making money off of it on a programme by publicising it? You're doing it because you think he's a controversial character, so you're making money off the back of it, and that's why, and that's all your programmes are.
Even with your mate Jimmy Savile. Even with your good mate Jimmy Savile, mate.
This is really interesting. HS's mother has just gone at Louis and said, if you don't agree with him, well, why are you making money off of him? It's an interesting point because on the one hand, we don't agree with everyone we fucking talk to, and we never will. And if you had to agree with everyone you made a documentary on, you would certainly never make a documentary. So I'm not sure the point stands. It's a decent defense of her son. She is a lioness, right? She is sitting there going, you're having a go at my kid. At the end of the day, if he's that bad, why are you here? You're here because you can benefit. There is an element of truth in that. There's a reason why Louis Theroux chose HS, and it's the reason why he's been the main guy in this documentary. And I'm not saying that defends anything he's done, but I think it's an interesting point she's making of like, well, you're demonizing him, and and I'm not saying Louis is demonizing him, but it's the way she's defending her kid of like, well, you're saying he's all bad, but look at you're here. I respect the fact that she's trying to look after her son.
Are Israel committing genocide? You're a puppet. You can't say what you want to say.
You want to think about what?
You're a puppet.
My opinion.
You're a puppet the same way you are for Savile. Puppet, mate.
Live stream.
No, we're filming for a YouTube video.
I think we live stream.
The thing is with me, I don't have to edit. I don't do this bullshit editing that you guys do, where this wouldn't be in the show. Because I'm real. I'm raw. I'm not a puppet. I'm not controlled. No one's my daddy. Savile's your daddy. The Jew's your daddy. You know it. I don't give a fuck.
He really put Louis on the back foot a bit there with this whole, do you agree with Israel? All of that shit. Like, I don't think Louis was in any way mentally fucking prepared for that. And that's the problem for Louis, is when the guy you're talking to gives less of a fuck than you and is just going to say anything, you're kind of in a weird place there.
With their ascendancy, we are in a world where the fringe is no longer fringe.
We kept the female president from taking power. Let's go.
Where we are all increasingly inside the manosphere.
I'll take it, mate.
And it's up to us how we get out.
Yeah, we know that there's a big grift going on within the manosphere and that these, lads are paying for courses and all of that, and it's a waste of fucking money. We know that's happening. But again, why is it happening? The family has been destroyed. Male role models in society have been annihilated. They're gone. And I think the old Louis Theroux would have looked at things from like a full 3D angle instead of just like, who are these guys? And give me some clips. And look, there was funny moments, I can't lie. I just think it's a shame that none of these lads took the chance as much as what I would have wanted to do if it was Louis in front of me, to show that there's more to them than meets the eye than just the bravado and the bullshit. And I guess that's because they're selling themselves, right? This is the character they've created and they've got to stick to it. It would have been nicer if Louis had have gone a little bit deeper and peeled the layers back a little bit. And who am I to criticize Louis Theroux? I love the guy, right? And he's made some of the best documentaries of all time. But I think he could have done with someone to hold his hand on this who knew the space a bit more. Because, for example, the courses that they're selling, like I've looked into some of these, some of the creators, I've looked into some of these guys. There's so much dirt that he could have uncovered if his researchers had done their fucking due diligence. And I think part of the problem is Louis set the bar so high that it is kind of hard to keep matching that as you get older and you want to do these kind of documentaries, because people know Louis Theroux, they know who he is. They're not going to just open up the way they used to when no one really knew who the guy was. And what's mad is I actually don't know who gained more from this. I actually think maybe, you know, in the past, Louis was gaining these stories out of people, and that he was a storyteller. That was his thing. He was a beautiful storyteller, and he got people to open up to him. But in this, I actually feel like the chasing of clout, the being on Netflix, I think that these guys actually benefited more than Louis did. And I think Louis hit a bit of a brick wall. And I don't think it's a coincidence that this was a 1-episode documentary and that was it, done. Louis has done loads of documentaries which are multiple episodes and just going deeper and deeper and loads of different people. And he just was like, yeah, that's it. But still, worth a watch. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you haven't already, you can check it out on Netflix now. Don't forget, if you haven't, hit the like button, subscribe to the True Geordie YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.